So Standard Process was originally founded by Dr. Royal Lee in 1929. He was a dentist by trade and was really looking for why people's health was deteriorating. Nutrition in this country in the late 20s was really getting bad. The food companies were taking the nutrients out of the foods. And in 1920, the word vitamin is not even in the dictionary yet. So how do you bring optimal health to the body? You bring it back to a systems approach where everything's in balance by providing good quality nutrition the way the body was intended to take it in a natural form. The first product was Catalin, and that was Dr. Lee's original flagship product. That's still our flagship product today. This desk was Dr. Lee's original desk that was at his home. He probably developed some of those formulas right here.
I don't want people to think organic is easy. This is really hard.
It's just constant diligence. It's never over, so it's hard work.
I think it's a testament to organic farmers that as hard as it is, they choose this way anyway. I think what makes us unique is you're not buying a commodity product, you're buying something that we managed from literally when the day we bought the seed, through the soil test, through harvest.
How many pesticides do you use out here?
Oh gosh, none.
Organic can't have anything synthetic. No genetic modification, no synthetic pesticides whatsoever, none. It has to find its strength and its energy from the soil.
It's the way everybody farmed 75 years ago. There weren't GMOs, there weren't all the pesticides, herbicides, things like that.
I think this farm gives us the opportunity to change lives on many levels.
I think if you want to affect lives, the best way to do it is with what you eat.
If we look at the health status, particularly in America, over the last 50 years, it's what I call the result of the great American dietary experiment that's gone wrong. We have an opportunity to be able to, with Standard Process products, leverage what whole nutrition, good nutrition really looks like.
Again, what we're doing is we're pushing the product out of the wagons that we just chopped onto the conveyor here, goes down into the press.
One of the powerful advantages that Standard Process has is that we're vertically integrated from basically farm to fork or seed to supplement.
So that is the fresh kidney bean juice.
It's basically organic, natural, healthy, good for you foods that have all the nutrition power that food was meant to have.
Hey guys. So this has been a family-owned and operated business since 1929. My father was involved with Dr. Lee way back in Dr. Lee's engineering business. I'm an electrical engineer by trade. So as I got involved in the company, I really got to learn about the processes, about what it takes to make the products. I've done many different jobs around here, including making tablets, working in the warehouse one summer.
My wife actually has been here for, I think, 12 or 13 years.
My mother actually works in the kitchen.
I have an uncle that works here, and my brother used to work here, and I also used to have a cousin that works here.
We try to be vertically integrated. How are you today? The more we can touch it, the more we can control it, the more that our stamp is on it and we've controlled the quality. We feel very strongly about that. And from the seed to the supplement, We mean it. What I love about standard process is Mother Nature touches a lot of what we're doing, and it creates variability. Variability is normally the enemy of everything I do, but what we've done is we've incorporated processes in there to handle that variability. We know how it was grown. We know it was organically grown. That's important to us.
The wonderful thing about the job of being a consultant with Standard Process is to be able to bring our practitioners to Standard Process, to see the fields and the factory and the fact that, we actually grow these things.
So on a daily basis, we interact with chiropractors, medical doctors, nurses, veterinarians, acupuncturists, clinical nutritionists, nurse practitioners. They can give us guidance and provide great feedback to develop new products or improve upon a product.
So we take this whole entire crop, we harvest it.
If we talk to our practitioners, they want to do the best for their patients.
Let's go inside here. Any questions, please fire away.
We really want to have education to be all-encompassing and bring people in to the fold.
He was already back then comparing it. Now this is at a time when nobody wanted to hear it.
The science of nutrition is so fast accelerating, and it's very complex.
Now, kohlrabi, it's the highest in vitamin C, which was something we want.
And so we want to provide practitioners the knowledge on the nutrients and really help them to bring themselves to the next level.
What happens here, this is just a flood of water cascading down this machine.
You may think of it just as these little brown bottles with pills in them, and you know in your head that it's food, but when you come to the farm, you actually see the Spanish black radish, you see the beetroot being pulled out of the ground. It just makes it more real.
We still hold to that patient-practitioner relationship that Dr. Royal Lee started way back when. So you cannot.
Well, nutrients, that's what drives the body's epigenetics and nutrigenomics, what we eat may have an effect on how your child or your grandchild will live their lives. So it's so important to put the right things in our body.
If you feed the body and the body's healthier, the opportunity for it to heal faster is far more effective.
The public today is moving towards more of a natural or a traditional healthcare system versus drugs and surgery if they can avoid it.
Foods are so processed today that their profile have such a negative effect on their ability to manage some of these metabolic processes that result in poor glucose control, that lead to obesity, that lead to diabetes.
At one time, people had their own gardens, they raised their own animals, there was no such thing as pesticides and herbicides and GMO and all this other stuff that's going on. And so as people move further and further away from what is natural, the more sick they get.
Help stress.
Whole food supplements can actually influence immune response, and more importantly, how cell signaling works in a way to maintain the health status of very specific tissues and organs in their expression and control of metabolic pathways.
Uniquely enough, as soon as you start to feed the body does what it's designed to do, and that's really, for the most part, function. We keep as much as we can in order to satisfy the customer base that we have.
And what's nice about Standard Process is that they don't use pesticides, they don't use herbicides, it's unadulterated.
Dr. Lee's, that was one of the first original intents he had.
It's the biggest rush in the world to be able to provide answers that somebody's been looking for years and years and years. I'm just showing them what food they've needed all this time and providing the most convenient format for them to be able to get that food.
I enjoy being part of a business that's part of my community.
I've had people stop me on the street, I've had doctors, I've had patients, I've had people who take products stop me and give you a hug and say you've changed their life.
We're doing good things for people, we're helping to change lives.
It's just nice to have a feeling of I'm helping people.
When Dr. Lee started out and he realized the opportunities to create a product that can change somebody's life for the better. I mean, that's really where it stems.
Today we know a lot of how nutrition and whole food influences our destiny of health. We can control it now with better whole food nutrition.
All kind of very different.
It's not a job, it's a lifestyle. And having the ability to bless other people is what it's all about.
It's not just a job where you're punching the clock and everything else.
How's it going, guys? Good?
You're making a product that changes people's lives. And the impact that you can have on so many people around the country, that's really special.